COVID-19 loans that were given through our office, because we had to go to all the local government to advertise, to mobilize business. If you have a business, apply for this thing. These monies will come out. I think people applied at sometime in July last year. This year, last month, I think about March, April, a lot of people call back to say that they've received sums ranging from 300,000 to 700,000. So people benefited from that mobilization that we did.
Okay, if you just join us, this is Akwa Ibom Mandate. We are trying to look at the youth empowerment program handled by a very special office that is so dear to His Excellency, talking about Directorate of Marketing and Brand Management. And the gentleman that is saddled with that responsibility is none other than Ime Uwah. He's the Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on this department. And so far, that's one that interests me so much, my Entrepreneurship Goal, and he's definitely going to talk about that one. But first of all, I've seen you giving out awards, I've seen you giving out checks to people and so on and so forth. But the moment I post that you're going to be on the show, I've seen people saying, I've not been hearing about this. Because I want you to talk to Akwa Ibom youth. Instead of watching Z-Wall, instead of listening to, watching African Magic, they should be listening to information. That's why you say an average, I don't want to mention people from the north, they don't play with your 2-battery radio. They want to hear what's happening. BBC Hausa is on their head. They want to know what's going on. How are you going to convince this gentleman, these great sons and daughters of Akwa Ibom State, especially the youth, to take information as key into understanding that government is doing something like this every day?
Something I believe it's interest. What drives your interest is what you see. Yeah, I mean, if you want to see a positive, you see positive. I encourage a lot of young people to be positive. There are issues of believability in government programs. Some people do not just want to believe. So even if they see it flash in their faces, they don't even bother to go down. The interest that you're seeing today are people that probably have seen this and ignored. And now they are seeing the success stories. Maybe their friends have benefited, or they are seeing the pictures of people winning one thing or the other. So they are like, we've not heard. But I bet you we do enough publicity. There is none of our programs that we don't advertise for at least 1 month. We say to everybody, I mean, we have a lot of programs. When we get to talk about those programs, I will tell you the timeline, what we do to advertise. We advertise on social media where everybody is on. We go on radio, the approves. Those days people can go confirm them. We run radio adverts for almost like a week. We go on newspapers. We put adverts on newspapers to ensure that people see it. And I mean, those are basically the mediums. Then we even go as far as using some of our project assistants in the local government to also inform, do word of mouth, talk to business people that are from this local government, tell them, show them about this program so that they can indicate interest. So we do a lot of publicity when we want to run any of our programs.
Okay, let's look at the networking, the collaboration. How do you network? Because like you're saying now, I mean, I've seen a lot of people running around marketing other products, some in the medical field. I've seen them. I don't want to mention any name, but at least open account but very I saw when I go on mono but I'm already waiting on montum eboda di kene bo kwempo ku bebeng odia but no wodia mana employer. Let's go a little bit deep.
I believe you're talking about network marketing.
Yes,
that has engaged a lot of people. I sometimes personally, this is personal, I feel that this time I would spend in doing network marketing, I can use that time and commitment to market something that is mine or something that I know I am also building. I also feel that network marketing has engaged a lot of young people, youths, and all of that. But how it adds up at the end is what cannot really be explained. So mine is that I would encourage people, because learning is learning. Whatever information or knowledge that you get is knowledge. There's no knowledge loss. I would advise and also encourage people in that industry to see how they can also develop something of theirs. Product. There's a lot of product, a lot of things that people are doing in Akwa Ibom, young persons are doing. I'm exposed to see that they are doing. If we dedicate these efforts in trying to develop our product or services, I think we can do a lot of work in also marketing our own product.
Okay, let's go deeper again now. Somebody will ask, how do I get this loan? How do I expand my entrepreneurial capacity? How can I get a starter pack? How do I get to Ime Uwah? How do I locate Dakada office? Will they take me? Is it on a political party basis? Is Governor Udom Emmanuel, looking into my eyes and say, okay, I give you and you I don't give? How do I get involved in this process?
Okay, it's good to note, while our office does not in any way grant loans, we don't give, the Director of Marketing and Brand Management does not provide loans to people. That should be clear. We do not provide loans to people, but we assist you. We have this network, we have this platform of a lot of people where we share information. So when we know that there are opportunities out there that you can follow up, for example, just this morning we shared on our platform, Google is giving out, looking for about 50 black entrepreneurs to empower. Anybody can
Please say that again.
Google,
yes,
is giving an opportunity to empower about 50 black. 1 minute.
Okay.
Google is giving out opportunity to empower black founders. They are going to empower. The fund is up to $3 million funds. Do you understand? That will be shared through 50 black entrepreneurs. This is an information that is not just on the street. This is information that we share. You understand? Because information is power.
It's not on Metal.
Yes, so information is power. So you're on this platform, you're going to get to hear about all of this. Like the loan I just talked about, we shared that information sometime in August last year. People applied for it. This year, people are getting those funds. So now, where we also assist in terms of these loans is where you have challenges. We try to mediate. For example, the business name registration, you don't have a registered company, you don't have business plan, we mediate, we assist you to cross that hurdle. So that's basically what we do. And through our programs, we also train, because some of these opportunities are pitch events where you present your business, where you talk to people that are ready to fund you. And we prepare people such that they will be able to stand in front of an angel investor or someone that is ready to put money in your business and express yourself, express and communicate what product or services that you are offering. So that's what we do.
What is the governor trying to achieve in putting this kind of effort? Having work with him for this period, what is he trying to achieve, or what has he achieved so far?
Of course, as we know, we call him Mr. Industrialization. The governor believes that for industries to thrive and for the economy of Akwa Ibom to thrive, we need to also develop our indigenous businesses, indigenous entrepreneurs. These people are not necessarily going to be business owners, but there are also people that should work for major businesses. You see, today when we talk of employment, a lot of companies, when they want to employ now, they don't look at your degree, they don't look at your certificate and all of that. They ask you simple questions. They ask you IQ questions to see your capacity. So what the governor is doing is to build capacity of young Akwa Ibom people, so that as the industries is building up, as it's coming recently, we have approval to drive the Bom Deep Seaport. We have now the governor has invested so much money in aviation industry to open up the cargo haulage and also the MRO and all of that. In a very short while, we are going to have a lot of businesses coming into Akwa Ibom. But the governor believes that there are certain office roles and certain responsibilities that we don't need to go to Lagos or go to other cities to bring in people to do it. So in terms of employment, we are building capacity for people to be able to apply and get jobs. In terms of also delivering on small services to this company, you don't want someone to come from outside the state to come and sew uniforms for khaki uniforms for a company that needs those kind of uniforms. So we want to develop our fashion designers to get to that level that they can deliver service the people will appreciate. We want to also develop our people in so many other services that they render, so that this company will use our people and we can avoid capital flight to other places. So I believe that's what the governor is doing in terms of human capacity development, and so far it's been successful. The Presidential Enabling Business Environment Council, in their report recently, ranked Akwa Ibom number 4. If you look deep into that, the details of that report, you will see that in terms of skills development and human capacity development, we scored highest. One of the highest, I think second or so. So I believe that we are doing very well in terms of human capacity development.
Talking about human capacity development. Well, recently, if you are not aware, about 100 Akwa Ibom scholarship students arrive in Onitsha, resume classes. Courtesy Udom Emmanuel's human capacity development. Of course, a record that quite is unbeatable. And of course, the classes have begun for 100 indigents of Akwa Ibom State who departed the state recently to Metallurgical Training Institute, Onitsha. Okay, the students who are on scholarship for 2 to 3 years, courtesy of Governor Udom Emmanuel, arrived the school, concluded screening, and have begun lectures in their engineering specialty. Shortly before their departure to Onitsha, the students gathered at the Ministry of Trade and Investment at the instance of Governor Udom Emmanuel to pray for journey mercies and smooth stay in school. Where have you been? Well, the Governor Emmanuel, represented by the Honorable Commissioner for Trade and Investment, Principal Pabio, admonished the students to be ambassadors of Akwa Ibom State and shun vices that will discourage the state government from sponsoring their education and also getting another batch. That's what it is. And so you guys that are going there, you better be patriotic, you better be committed, you better be concerned and exercise your God-given ability, and so that this state will stand tall in the committees of human capacity. Well, the very reason we have to host the SSA to the governor on the entrepreneurial development, call it, brand management, call it, marketing, call it. We are marketing our Akwa Ibom State capacity and, of course, human potentials. He has been able to interpret that in the vision of His Excellency. Let's get to look at, I have seen the just concluded event where monies were given to youth. Tell us about it. Is it that I can just walk in and get some?
Okay, that's winners of the My Entrepreneurship Goals. We call it MEGP pitch deck.
Okay.
It is a business plan presentation competition. The idea is for you to send in your business plan and pass through the order of first your business plan is successful. Then the presentation, the idea is for us to encourage our young people to express themselves, express what value your services or your product is offering in a way that you can compete with others outside the world. You see, today we've seen that the world is a global village.
Yeah.
Beyond just taking your phone to stay in Nigeria and call someone in Canada, today we can see that you can stay in Nigeria and sell to someone in South Africa. You can sell to, but there are a lot of hurdles, there are a lot of barriers you need to pass to be able to achieve this. So one of those things that we are doing is to prepare ourselves, prepare our young people, that when they have opportunities, sometimes I tell them, I call it one mic. When you have that one mic to speak, you should be able to speak, make sense of every single word that comes out. So that's a competition where we engaged. I think we had about 18 contestants in this particular edition. We screened out, and they were successful applicants, or they were successful candidates. Then we had the winner of the first category, which is existing business, went home with 500,000. The first runner-up now went home with 250,000. And then we also have the startup part. The startup part, the winner goes on with 250,000. Then the second runner-up first runner-up goes with 150,000. So those are the governor's prize. The aim is for others. We invite angel investors. We invite people to the program for them to see the pitch and show interest. Yeah, I mean, see someone and say, okay, I want to do business with this person. And during that dinner, we had opportunity for some people that we invited to call some of those people that presented their business plan, to meet them one-on-one and see how they can assist them. So we believe that there will be more benefits coming out of this particular pitch deck event.
Okay, listening to radio. If you want to see us live here in the studio, just get to the official website of the Akwa Ibom State Government and you're watching. I'm told that Solomon Ayo has put it even to the YouTube, and so you can watch it at the Akwa Ibom State YouTube and see exactly some of the pictures are flying, so that you know that we are saying exactly what is going on. And Governor Udom Emmanuel want to make a difference. He has already done it. Of course, you know that it is in his regime, irrespective of diverse political difference with the executive at the federal level, he's been able to attract and got so many approvals. Just yesterday, he got the approval for University of Technology that is coming in to train us in brain and in works. And so that shows his capacity. It is in his tenure that we've been able to get a license. You know, we got a license to operate Ibom Deep Sea Port, got a license to fly Ibom Air, got a license to have a free zone. This is something that a lot of people should think. It's not all about politics, and that's why we need professionals in politics, and so that they'll be able to exercise their great capacity. And he says every Akwa Ibom child must be a beneficiary of this noble gesture. And so, like you said, because I want the people to get it quite right. You are not giving out money to people.
Yep.
But you make money available to people through different channels,
yes,
like the World Bank,
yes,
and so on and so
yes,
forth. That is to say, when you when you see the seriousness and commitment of whoever wants to be an entrepreneur. Yes. So it's not somebody like, I remember in 2008, yes, 500,000 were given to about 1,000 Akwa Ibom people, yes, to go into farming. The money was pocketed. We've not seen any farm, not one single tuber of yam or cocoa yam, as the case may be. And suddenly, those who went for the training came back with new vehicles. You know, but the strategy with which Governor Udom Emmanuel is using, would you say is a way to screen, get to know who has interest in business?
Yeah. When I was appointed senior special assistant on microfinance and enterprise development some time ago, one of the things that I discovered looking at the rate where people were responding to the microfinance plan, we discovered that repayment of loan was a big problem. As at then, the loans, those were zero interest loan. They were just asking for you to return the principal. But it became a problem. I did a kind of town hall meeting, invited some of those people that got those facilities to find out what happened. And what I discovered is that not that they did not want to pay. A lot of them did not know how to do the cash flow management to be able to pay back that money. So I discovered that there was a gap of education, understanding how to even manage this money. A lot of them are real business people. So it's not as if they are not business people or the true money on the street. But one way or the other, they did not have the knowledge to do this. So I discovered there was a gap. So, I mean, one of the reasons we now started in my Entrepreneurship Goals program was to bridge this gap, a knowledge gap. Let people even know which one is grant, which one is loan, so that they can plan. If you want to pay back, how to pay back, so that while attracting some of these loans, you understand that if you are someone doing business and you get money, the moment you pay back that money gives you a guarantee to be able to get that money again. So some of these things we've been able to achieve using the My Entrepreneurship Goals program, training people, showing people what they call cash flow. If you collect 100,000 and you intend to pay back so period, sit down, write out your payment plan, so that when you miss 1 month, you know that I missed because of this. You can, in the next month, you can know what to do not to miss that payment again. So that way your payments flow. That didn't happen. So with the Governor Udom Emmanuel's plan, is that, look, educate these people. Let them even understand these things. Let them even know what it is. That if it is loan, it is loan. If it is grant, it is grant. And if you are a startup, don't get a loan. If you are existing business, I mean, we get people to know when to collect a loan and when not. You don't collect a loan to go and start up an idea that is in your head. You might run into challenges, and I mean, the problem of paying back the loan can even be bigger than the idea that you had, and that idea dies. So this is what we do. We train people on knowing the kind of monies that they get into their business.
Which one they say that they don't collect loan for consumption? What does it mean?
When they say they don't collect loan, you don't collect loan to pay debt. You don't collect yes, you don't collect loan to put in something that will not give you.
You don't collect loan to my tama.
Yes, you don't do that. You don't collect loan to eat. You don't collect loan to do things like collect loan to pay school fees. You don't collect loan to marry. You don't collect loan to go and buy a car that you are driving. You know, but you can get loan to buy a car that you are using to do Uber service or any of those services that will give you return on investment. That's what you collect loan to do. So that's what, when they say you don't collect loan for consumption, that's what it means.
Let's get to agriculture. You talked about community farming. What is it all about?
The governor, of course, our department, we are mandated to drive inclusion in government policy, and one of the government policy in this administration is to drive agricultural revolution, encourage people to grow. So for the youth, we needed to do something. The governor thought of doing something that is going to encourage a lot more youths to be involved in agriculture, not just the cultivation, but also the agri-business part of it. There are a lot of things in the value chain of agriculture where some young people might not know exist. So we needed to start up something to, develop that value chain so that youths might be interested in whatever thing they see in that value chain to get engaged. So we started with the Ibom Community Farms. The Ibom Community Farms is targeting about 1,000 hectares of land in Akwa Ibom. We're looking at going around all the local government. We started with the 15 hectares vegetable farm at Uran along Airport Road. It's successful. Like I said, we advertise, we engage people, we ask people to apply for it. People applied for it, they came for a town hall meeting, we engage people, and we have about 139 farmers, 139 plots, like 1,000 square meters for each of the farmer at the farm there. So we started. Right now we are harvesting. We started very well. We are harvesting. Of course, we have little challenges at the first cultivation season, but something I believe you can stop over and see.
No, definitely.
We are cultivating okra, watermelon, water leaf, pumpkin leaf.
I saw it on your page.
Yeah, so all of that is real, is growing here, and a lot of people are calling in. When you put out things like that in the public, you get to see young people calling to show interest. Some are people that are already cultivating, so you are now encouraging them. So that is driving that inclusion and engagement. So we want to replicate what we have there at Uran in every other local government. That's the governor's instruction, and we want to see how to do that before the end of this administration.
How did you feel when the northern farmers said they're no longer going to be exporting onion to the south?
I felt it wasn't possible because they grow a lot of onions. They need to sell it. I mean, it's business. It's not just possible that they would say they are not going to sell it.
So it was politics.
So I mean, I don't think they were serious about it. There is no one area or region that can say I won't supply to this area.
But can the community farming dominate that sector?
Well, by onion sector,
yes,
we have. You see, agriculture. There are two issues: availability.
Because you know why I'm asking this?
SSA,
why I'm asking this? Governor came, told us that come we can grow tomatoes. That we did, and it works.
Yeah.
Governor again said, all this cash crop, including onion, we can grow it.
Yes.
And I was surprised that we can grow it here.
Yes.
It works.
Yes.
Can't our people take advantage of this through this Dakada philosophy?
Yes. You see, what we are looking at is food sufficiency. So there's difference between availability and sufficiency. You understand? It is available. It is possible we can grow it. Sufficiency is that it is enough for everybody, so we are not there in terms of things like onions and all of that, sufficiency, but it is there, meaning you can grow it in your backyard. It can start with you, but in commercial quantity, yes, we have to build up. We have to get some very serious farmer to be interested in growing onions. The consumption of onions in Akwa Ibom in one day is huge. You understand? So that's why one region cannot open their mouth and say, I won't supply to these people again. It's business. I mean, it means their business is dying.
If you just join us on having the SSA to the governor on marketing and brand management, he's here with us. And of course, Honorable Ime Uwah is started with that responsibility of interpreting the philosophy of Dakada into our mindset, giving us a sense of belonging, a sense of responsibility. Like His Excellency always said, when the passion is right, everything is possible. The possibility, if you go to the market today, every cucumber consumed in the state is produced here
locally.
That's exciting. And we open the phone lines if you want to be part of the show and get to ask questions, because I can ask him all the questions. You call him and ask him relevant questions that will improve upon the Dakada philosophy of His Excellency. You call us on 0902223111 and be part of the show. Alternatively, you can send us an SMS only on 080-3276-7729. We'll also try and see if Solo can push some of the messages that is going on a live feed. We'll try to put that across to you also. And so, let's get it done. Yes, Manasseh, are you ready? We'll begin to take calls right here. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning. Please, can you walk away from your radio? Thank you.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
All right.
Sir, please, I would like to make use of this thing.
Okay, Kaiso, Kaiso.
Charles.
Okay, Charles.
Honorable Ime Uwah, program amoro yeke nama anama akabdo anama bate ikem ndeba namukem, so make up the program but in the little yeah dirami market I come back and then yeah ugo kem den yeah go sembe kama nambe ugo kemoro ndo well the anga so kontang ye ko bebu ko do men I'm welding, men I'm painting. Let them produce painting because there are think I'm mobilize the business.
Okay, yes.
Charles, Abam for Governor Udom Anama, a project-based assistance. Even though that project-based assistance is a priority to Tumbio, she passed through program, my Entrepreneurship Goals program. But also, there is an opportunity in through that project-based assistance. We also say social media and social TV, there are some of those assistants, and I want a limit. So depending on several need, idaka that to the next level. Kese for yemedo, imikemedi ikan yung one. So yung afori office nyen, ke barracks road, umari office nyen. Uno form of feel, then you follow through. So imi control by governor no opportunity for men control, but we have to qualify you. And I do sure get one of the key things and I know.
Okay. All right. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Sam.
Yeah, who am I speaking with and where you calling from?
Ambassador, you are speaking with Ime Thomas, aka
okay.
the Mocha International.
Okay, Mocha, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Sir, Messero.
Messere, Ime.
Honorable Ime Uwah, good morning, sir.
Ime, good morning.
Did you Ime here?
Yeah, okay, go Mero, go Messere.
Messere.
Yes, some men can go in a Messere, most especially for Honorable Ime Uwah for finding time to be in Akwa Ibom manner today, at least to also to enlighten Akwa Ibom people of what the efforts that His Excellency has been putting, most especially in terms of empowerment, because empowerment, even in any government, if you cannot empower your people, that means that is not the government. So I want to say thank you to His Excellency. Secondly, I want to advise Akwa Ibom people, because we discourage so when things is like this come up, most especially on radio or newspaper, go to the office, even if they address okay keys. Let people try to go there and see for themselves, because all these things is working. Just like what is going on now, people go and apply. Just go and apply. So that is my contribution.
Okay, thank you, Memoka.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, you're welcome. Yes. Okay, Manase, we take that last one so that I can as well respond.
Hello, Mr. Sansalapa.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Thank you.
This is Peter Effion.
Peter Effion, go ahead, sir.
I'm calling from Man Relocate, Man of Colorado.
Okay.
I used to call on your program, but I never been in call.
Oh, by the my already sabbatical. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead, we don't have much time, sir.
I want to really appreciate our governor. I put about work so discouraged. I mean, but about work so discouraged and be my own. But as time goes on, I sat down to watch this man. This man surprised me. I tell you that Governor Udom Emmanuel is one of the best. I'm so proud of Akwa Ibom. I'm so proud of him. He has done some lofty projects that he will take this state to the next level. So I'm so proud of Akwa Ibom.
Thank you. Thank you.
Politics, because you don't believe you don't belong here, then you must not believe the other people.
Thank you. Our time is up, sir. Thank you. We appreciate your effort to find me. So okay, we take some messages here. I said, good morning, sir. Please, I'm Jerry from IK. Please, how can I apply for the loan? Because I'm a businessman and I need to make my business big. Please, sir. It's important. Thanks. Okay. This other one says, good morning, sir. Please, I wish to ask, what is the platform or how can we access the loan or grant you mentioned in the special platform name to help us be part of the beneficiaries? Thanks, Akan Bernard Inuyo. These are the ones says, I want to appreciate Ime Uwah for interpreting the vision of His Excellency to the letter. God bless Akwa Ibom. This is Victor. We have several of these messages. We may not have much time. Let me give you time. Let me give you 5 minutes. Give us an overview based on what people are calling, the messages we are getting, and then we wrap up for today.
Okay, I want to say that Mbiokwaibo, and at the back of our mind, okay, imisori some 7 million. Okay, Kwaibom, get to 7 million, I assume, okay, we 500,000 and Ambubere, and Adami Guinea and Mbubere, remarkable opportunity in Tum. Ayabuki Moisi, Moika number very kind of one, get another 500,000. Ubarado, any maybe Caputum, Etidum, Biumbube, Ubarado, maybe Guere Aguena, my Furo, Biumbube. So Fredo, S.A. the Ibananian. Adutum Yanadi, in a can say, in a draw scrutiny, Adido Shaw. So if you do Ibiarini, Yembio de Mube Mos Roses and Mogi Wood. And I do get Mube for get product for Mos Robakurwa or services in photo mass or the tongue at least 1 to 2 years or 3 years. You need to get existing. Then all you concentrate. Bureau man and Bubek Bene, any report. Any the coxicbon. So send you know one funeral, give my idiot on the kind of access to talk or will now let you know they no push fin through. Now for apply. It all office you know at Bogum. But generally I want to say that myself, I think I was just lucky to be sent to a department that has to do with me. I am an entrepreneur myself, so I enjoy what I'm doing, and I know that it benefits people. I have been a businessman. I know what it means to do business without knowledge, and I also know what it means to do with knowledge. And that's why I'm driving the knowledge gap. I'm trying to get us to know that what is more important is the knowledge, because too much money can kill your business. Too little money can also kill your business. But you need to know the midpoint. You need to balance it. And it is only knowledge. And this knowledge, people pay a lot of money for that knowledge. But the government is providing this knowledge for free. For free. And we are facilitating this program so that you have this knowledge and understand what to do with money when you can see money. If you collect loan from a bank and pay back that loan, you'll be able to collect that loan again. However, immediate program is called the Dakada Networking Experience. Program ado say do free fion. That is saying an program ado say do so that me we any opportunity edi kobnyan e kobiko. Ke that program you will be opportune adi bambame you understand what we are doing through our office. That same program iba fion will me win ke 100,000. I had a win. You no fear no fan. Afo you tangi go banga mbuberemfo. Me wo si ba that program you may agree. Ebo gege mfo afon. Ada afon no do young ye 100,000. Federal government no do man we so wanam. So that son mbiombu be koke pat. Say na gbero do bere na ntenyin because afre we ya for mbiombu be na ntenyin young ina me talk scrutiny qualify mewo ya ka ni access ngbom. Be ku fere an award because of the young mefo. I mean that quality. I can win any of these opportunities. And however, even if money quality, as far as the nearest of them, utom you guide fin, Yaravokana grow muberemfo. So borrow cocktail for you on it. We'll be able to point to where you can get money. Samson Abba Mewesi CD, my worry about saying, apply for my so I forget get my yem me go government. Government because a lot of times this money is available when wait so that the way ya mama the way my work office with magiri. Avoid you get shying away from government. This is our culture. Can come in bone. A 10 years is song fan. So cool coming song for free working down me, and that one of the reasons why some of our people shy away from business. You don't do business without owing. And there's a level you get to your business and you song I'm aware me business is almost I don't remember business. Yes. So is on it. If government, Bama, so that Bama came fun.
Okay. Okay, thank you. You've listened to him. I want to thank you very much. Governor Udom Emmanuel for this opportunity to our people. And also believe that our people will key into this vision of His Excellency so that African do you know for them go business. Ukaya yagadu na nakbo no songa yama tonga guru tago fok as a goro aditap mbok yarinam business is sena free fok yanam na governor yina ngari ben yina what they say get tanga kwam ya go no mon when they want to say etanga kwam. On behalf of everybody in this program a success, Solomon has been on the live feed, and of course Joseph Manasseh on the console, and Odinaka Ehianacho watching, and she has something to present on Entrepreneur, but she will definitely do that on Thursday, and we hope to bring in the SSA on Youth Matters to tell us how many youth have benefited from this project. The executive producer remains Kere Chodo. On behalf of the entire media team of His Excellency, my name is Samson Akpan. See you on Thursday. Bye-bye. Shalom.
Times past, Akwa Ibomite were largely seen as lacking in business acumen and not business oriented. Most persons opined that Akwa Ibomite were better suited for secretarial jobs and other white-collar engagement. Many reasons were advanced as being responsible for this deficiency, top amongst them being timidity, lack of examples, mentorship, and lack of business experiences. In 2015, when the Udom Emmanuel administration set sail, priority was placed on industrialization and economic development. Also, a clarion call was made to Akwa Ibomite to rise up and assume their rightful position in the scheme of things through the Dakada philosophy campaigns. Expectedly, young businesses sprouted at all nooks and crannies of the state. Young and old Akwa Ibomite ventured in their numbers into the once stratosphere of entrepreneurship. Laudable as this trend was, another problem was lurking nearby. The businesses were shutting down as frequently as new ones were emerging. Research and investigations carried out indicated that, apart from funding, the new business owners needed better skills and experience in areas of business leadership, accounting, marketing, and customer service. Most startups agree that the first few years in business are usually the definitive years. While some struggle to thrive, most encounter major problems and sadly fold up. In a bid to salvage these problems and help Akwa Ibom startups and existing entrepreneurs in defining clear goals and smart objectives for their businesses, while providing the right network for partnership and information sharing, the Akwa Ibom state government introduced a State Entrepreneurial Development Program tagged My Entrepreneurship Goals Program, MEGP. The MEGP training is organized in partnership with the Small and Medium Enterprises Development Agency of Nigeria, SMEDEN, from whence facilitators and trainers are sourced. In March 2018, the first batch of the MEGP trainings commenced, and about 100 Akwa entrepreneurs were selected to participate in the training. As of today, over 500 entrepreneurs in 3 batches have passed through the MEGP trainings and admit the remarkable change in their businesses. Past participants in the MEGP are constituted into the alumni network, which boasts of a variety of benefits, which includes networking, cross-fertilization of ideas, as well as mentoring to its members. The alumni also enjoy a wide range of services and assistances from the Akwa Ibom state government. These services include project-based assistances such as small equipment financing, sundry inventory support, product certification, registration with Corporate Affairs Commission and other regulatory bodies, as well as free consultancy services on business planning and grant writing. MEGP MSME Pitch Deck alumni of the MEGP have the rare privilege of participating in business plan competitions during the monthly Dakada networking experience. Also, at the end of each batch of MEGP trainings, a grand pitch deck is organized to give alumni members an opportunity to pitch their business ideas to a panel of educators for a chance to win 500,000 naira in business grant for existing businesses and 250,000 naira for early startups. Runner-ups in their respective categories get to win 250,000 naira and 150,000 naira respectively. On 7th of April 2021, the faculty welcomed yet another batch of thriving entrepreneurs into the 4th batch of the MEGP. Out of over 1,000 applications received, 200 entrepreneurs successfully scaled the screening hurdles and were admitted into the MEGP. After 12 weeks and about 72 hours of learning in areas such as corporate financing, business leadership, business plans and grant writing, marketing and brand management, human resource management, operations management, the trainees were also taken on a tour to Ibom Agricon Rice Company in the local government area of Akwa Ibom State to give them a hands-on experience on a day-to-day running of a large corporation. The 4th batch will be accumulated tonight into the certification ceremony. When all is said and done, the MEGP can said to have contributed in no small measure to entrepreneurship education, mentoring, networking, and market linkages in Akwa Ibom State.